Hello and thanks for checking out ChartGuys.com. We're proud to be one of the most successful technical analysis communities online, teaching you the skills to become a more confident, effective, and informed trader. Join our community of hundreds of analysts worldwide working together to learn the charts, generate profit, and achieve financial independence. For access to daily live chart analysis and market coverage, a thriving chat community, along with dozens of hours of exclusive educational materials. We look forward to seeing you. Let's check out some charts. Hello crypto friends, hope you're doing well. Going to be a little bit of a hum in the background here as I've got a AC vent blowing right on me, but sometimes that's the way life goes. So we're going to be looking at Bitcoin, Ethereum, going to look at ETH, BTC, because ETH is certainly beat up compared to BTC, so we're going to look for signals of when that is going to change. And then we'll look at Dash, which had a little bit of news and saw some run because of that. So we'll start it off with Bitcoin. Very nice follow through. We finally broke the really tight range, favoring the bulls. We saw the spike in bull volume as we continued to see the declining volume. I think it was the last video I pointed out that when we see that steady decline in volume, we look for the spike. The 4-hour time frame, I think I also said, I'm trying to distinguish, what I say in the chat room versus what I say in the videos, which is different. But I believe I said that if we hold the exponential 12 period on the 4-hour, that I favor a bull move up to 7,000. And we got that with the clear bull break, clear spike in volume, and we're looking at healthy consolidation right now. And we're looking for a 4-hour higher low to form, and we'll continue to look at the 4-hour exponential moving averages, which have done a good job holding over the past couple of days. So at this point, the weekly equilibrium is shaping up. We had a visual target of 7,200 for where that lower high needs to get to for the bulls to have an even playing field, or as even as they can hope for. Obviously, the overall weekly downtrend is going to favor the bears a little bit, but let's now say that if we get to 7,200, that it's a 45% chance we'll break bullish, and maybe now that we only got to 7,100, it's a 41% chance. I'm just making these numbers up, but that's generally what goes through my mind when I'm weighing the possible scenarios of what's going to play out. So at this point, I am loving the tight pattern that we have forming here, because we are going to see a clear break. Again, as I've been saying, we're going to see a clear break on the weekly in late September, early October, unless news speeds that up, and we're going to see the momentum for the rest of the year indicated to us by which direction we break this equilibrium pattern. And we've done long-term equilibrium patterns before on the weekly time frame. I'm sitting on the floor right now, so bear with me. But the weekly equilibrium pattern, let's just look at one real quick on SPY, S&P 500 for stocks. A little bit messy on this chart, but we had a clear equilibrium pattern after a dump from back at the start of the year. And we said it when we saw this forming, we said if this equilibrium pattern breaks bullish, we're going to be looking for a new all-time high before the end of the year. So again, we're not predicting anything. I was not predicting an all-time high, but I could predict if we hit an all-time high, then we get, or I should say if we break the equilibrium, then we get the all-time high. So high, low, lower high, higher low, lower high, higher low, clear bull break, and it just took a few months, and here we are at all-time highs. So I love the weekly equilibriums because of the clarity that they give, and it's a swing trader's best friend in terms of what to look for longer term. So I will be back in this crypto space very aggressively if we break this weekly lower high pattern and we break this equilibrium bullish in a month or more. If we break this equilibrium bullish from this move and we never top out and we never slow down and we just break 8,488 after continuation on the daily time frame, I'll be a lot less confident in terms of the kind of follow through that we would see after that break. I want to see one more lower high. The tighter things get, the more clear the follow through is when that break does occur. And again, obviously, absolutely, we could hit another lower high as well, and then drop down and break support and see a bear break and break 5,700. So whether you're looking bullish or bearish, there will be significant signals and significant opportunity, and we will then look for volatility and volume to re-enter this space once we do get that clear break. So that's why I'm very excited, because it's going to be timely. I pretty much already know that I don't have to, that I'm going to have something to be playing in Q4 2018 with volatility and great opportunity. It's been Canadian MJ the past few weeks, past couple months, and now we're going to be looking towards crypto later in the year. So Bitcoin, 4-hour healthy consolidation. If we lose the 4-hour uptrend, we're going to look for daily consolidation. If we see daily consolidation, we're going to look to see if the bulls can keep the daily higher low pattern. The last higher low was 65.72, and anything above that will keep the higher low pattern intact. So if we lose the daily higher low pattern, we are then confident our weekly lower high has been set. And I do this on all different time frames. just from one to the next. If I'm looking for a 5-minute lower high to be set, I'm watching the 2-minute time frame, and it goes all the way up to the daily and weekly, monthly and yearly, whatever time frames you want to use. That's the way that I keep it organized in my brain in terms of which time frame to be looking at. So any consolidation on the daily we will anticipate will be healthy and will keep this support level. But again, once the daily higher lows are lost, our weekly lower high will likely be set, and we'll look for this pattern to continue to tighten up. ETH on the daily time frame saw the bull break of the tight range. I've been highlighting how we were in this 5-day range of really no action. Clear bull break, still struggling at daily exponential resistance, which has been resistance at this point for over a month. And there's a lack of follow through. Again, Bitcoin broke the high of its initial bounce long ago, and here we are with Ethereum not breaking it yet. So when can we look for Ethereum to catch back up in terms of strength for BTC? Well, we got to look at ETH BTC on the chart, and right now it's all bear. It's a potential bear flag on the daily time frame. The only support nearby is 4069. If that level breaks, there is no support on this weekly time frame. We are close to oversold. Give me the daily and the weekly RSI oversold and another leg down, and we'll be looking for a bounce to play out from that point. The more conservative bulls are going to wait for a clear daily trend change, which again is nowhere near happening. But when that daily trend changes, then we start to be looking for ETH as a play as opposed to BTC. So until that happens, I'm always going to be choosing BTC as my bull play on bullish setups, and it's going to require another leg down, probably a break of 4 cents. And then I'll be looking for potential oversold bounces, just like we saw on the initial bounce back in August 14th up to August 18th. ETH had a better bounce there than Bitcoin, but obviously it gave it all back. So going to be watching for more extreme oversold conditions, otherwise patiently waiting for the daily trend change. Dash had news come out, partners with Crypto Mobile to launch phones preloaded with Dash and their entire ecosystem, and this is targeting Latin America. So some news that caused a run. Before this bull break occurred, we were in the same scenario as all of the weaker names that are on the side of ETH. So we've been breaking up names, BTC versus ETH. These names are on ETH. I should say this name was similar to ETH with the daily exponential resistance. No longer the case with the huge bull volume spike and the news reaction. So we broke all kinds of resistance, clear bull break of 170, and here we are looking up at 192, followed by 200 psychological, and then up to 213 essentially. So the bulls want to keep this 4-hour uptrend as long as possible. Looks like we have an equilibrium. So we've got our high, the low of the pullback, our lower high, and we're going to look for a higher low compared to 171.28. And a break of this 4-hour range will obviously give us some signals, if not already in the trade. So this is a pattern that I would be keeping an eye on, and just, if it happens to break when I'm at my computer, or if I wanted to set some orders, that would be a nice setup to play. Again, cannot stress enough how significant my win percentage is when I play tight ranges breaking. And I did the same thing in Canadian MJ today. I was trying to trade within the volatile equilibrium before it's set up, and I did a lot of chopping back and forth. Small loss, small win, didn't really do a whole lot. And then I just said, all right, enough of this. I'm going to patiently wait. I'm going to wait for the clear signal of a break of a tightening range. And as soon as the 2-minute trend changed, that then gave me a signal that gave me a week maker. So patience always pays off. Tight ranges breaking, just like we saw on BTC 4-hour time frame, that's when we see the volatility and trading opportunity appear. So that's what we're always looking for. And again, that's why I'm so pumped for the BTC weekly setup that we do have. So that's that. I hope you all continue to do good things. I'm heading to a bit of a tech little presentation pitch thing later today. Then going to bum around Austin and see what there is to see. Maybe try and see some bats flying from under a bridge. And got some video here from the goats and chickens. And looking forward to the day when I decide to settle down and buy some property and redo the whole farm homestead thing again. So thanks again. We'll see you tomorrow.
You girls are prime time.